What's going on, good people of the world? Tim Sheaf here, coming at you from the Aina Evan Rocks property in Hilo, out in Hilo, Hawaii. Just walking around his orchard. He's got his vegetable patch there. See some banana trees down here. This is cool. It is, what is it, early May, springtime in Hawaii. Boom. Nearly ripe to harvest, they're quite big. Got some durian trees down here. Durian, long time till that's gonna grow some veg, maybe 8-10 years till we get some durians out of it. I think they're durians, they might actually be papayas. There's some grafted durians down here, a bit further down. Just ate a watermelon. Whole watermelon, I got $4. I mean, I bought a big, nice organic watermelon, cost me $25. And then I was at the market now, and they just had some little small ones for $4, not organic, but trying not to spend so much, man. It's funny, you think in Hawaii the fruit would be cheap. The cheapest fruit here is the papaya. You get a bag of 3 papayas for $2. Or you can just go harvest your own bananas or coconuts from the side of the road if you find them. So you can eat cheap, but I'm just adapting to this fruit lifestyle, and variety is something I've become addicted to in the way we live. Variety of food, and it's, I guess if you lived with the land, you'd only get the variety that that land provides. But living in England with supermarkets, we can have massive variety, and that's something that needs some undoing. But I probably only eat 4 or 5 different things a day. Papayas being a staple. Bananas are decent. Mangoes are so expensive. I went to buy 3 mangoes and it was $11.25, and I was like, let me get 3 watermelons instead, that's $12, so fill me up a bit more. Anyway, enough of my lifestyle out here. Been making vlogs on my main channel, I guess some of you would have seen them, because I'm doing a cleanse right now. I'm on day 6 of this internal cleanse. Still on the liver and the gallbladder. The only thing I'm a bit tired, but that might be the fruit diet, or that might be me just actually resting and not trying to do too much. My body's taking its time to recover. The car's in the garage. But the main thing I've noticed is thick, dense, sorry to be graphic, poop. I'll put it that way. But I think that's from the toxin absorber, is absorbing toxins, and so it's making it like that. Anyway, 21 days of this. I've never done one before. Some of the comments on my YouTube are like, every like few videos I'll do something and someone will be like, Tim's finally lost it, and it'll get loads of likes on that comment. It's so, what do you expect right now? What do you want? What do you think I'm doing here? What do you think I'm doing? The world is mad. If you haven't noticed, who's the president of the United States? That's all you need to ask yourself. It's Donald Trump. Like, that was a joke in The Simpsons, and that's a real thing. That was a joke in The Simpsons, and that's a real thing. As a joke as it is. That's who your president. Things ain't right. There's a lot of problems. There's a lot of problems. I'm out here trying stuff on myself. I'm looking for answers, asking questions. Looking for answers, getting answers. These are the things you have to do. That cleansing kit is just herbs anyway. Someone said, I never thought the day I see Tim popping pills. And someone also said you should unscrew the capsules, which is a very fair statement. And I'm going to do that, unscrew the capsules, pour the powder out, so you're not taking the veggie caps. But I'm trying stuff. What do you think? What do you think we're doing here? Science experiment on myself. That's what you should be doing. Working on yourself, trying new things, realizing that you're not going to get answers from the mainstream anymore. There's nothing to gain from that. All the politics going down, misleading you, thinking that your vote will make some difference, and getting angry about who's in charge and getting 2 bad options and getting stuck between a rock and a hard place for who's your president's going to be. How about you focus on self and work on yourself and work on building the people around you and the world around you that you want to see? That's the key. Focus, build that. Attract yourself to the people that you want to be like-minded. I'm out here I'm looking into the fruitarianism as a healthy way of living. It may not be perfect, and so I apologize for in my video. I think I said veganism in one of my videos, the first one of Hawaii. I said veganism isn't healthy, and I apologize. Someone said you shouldn't say veganism isn't healthy because it's a damn sight healthier than most other diets. But veganism can be it can still be very unhealthy. Not as unhealthy as a Western diet, but it can still be unhealthy. And we see this if you go to any festivals. You will see people that are large and spotty and all sorts of the same ailments you see in a Western diet, you will see in a vegan diet. God bless them. People have their issues, and this cause can be from blocked organs. People could have been on a series of antibiotics when they were younger, and it's damaged an organ, and then they've got issues now, and then they've never done the cleansing or the healing work or the fasting, which I'm not an expert in, but I really feel like that's the most consistent healer when you look at anyone else's research or anyone else's results. When you look at the results, you look at people getting the results you want, the people that are healing the ailments you have, they seem to come up time and time again. But obviously the mainstream's not going to run it because it's bad for the pharmaceutical companies, bad for the hospitals, bad for business. Doctors aren't doing the research. Doctors are given research which is done and paid for by other companies with bias, with interests, looking at the small picture. One of the things I learned yesterday from Paul Chek, one theory, and again these are all just theories, but this one seems to make sense, is the fungal infection which I'm trying to work on, Candida, that fungal eats excess sugars in the body. And you can take antibiotics, and if you go to the doctors, they'll give you antibiotics to kill the fungal infection, but the fungal infection is eating that excess sugars, and and this is what I took from Paul, it may not be perfect, so don't quote me, but it's a video he recently put up on his channel, Paul Chek, check him out. Fungal infection eat the excess sugars, and if you kill the fungal infection, those excess sugars will turn into cancers, or can fuel something that will turn into cancers. So they're trying to help me, so I've got to be grateful for them being here up until now. They've helped me survive and not get a worse illness. But if I was to just take antibiotics and kill them and kill all the good bacteria and kill them, then I might get a worse infection or a worse problem. And that's the way the pharmaceuticals and the hospital and doctors treat things, is as one-off little issues. But what if it's trying to help me? And okay, that was a good perspective shift for me to realize, oh, this fungal infection is there for me to help me. And that now I'm grateful for it to serve me up to this point. But I have to be smart and then change my diet and my lifestyle so that it's not necessary for it to exist, because I'm not getting those excess refined sugars or gluten or starches or whatever. I'm not going to go into the depth of the diet, but I'm trying new things to see what works. And I'm not saying this is the final chaps. I never do. But I'm trying new things. Now people can't be upset. Well, you can be upset. It's your free will. You can be upset, but this is what we're on. I don't know what you think we've been doing the last few years. That's what I do. We try new stuff. We see how things sit. You try new beliefs out and see how they feel. Don't just see someone else's belief and go, well, that doesn't fit into my belief system, so therefore it's wrong. Try that person's belief. See how that feels with it, because truth is a feeling. When you clear yourself out, you start to know what resonates and what sits and what feels right. And this will change. As your consciousness changes, different truths will feel differently at different times, wherever you're at, and it will meet you. Have a word with yourself. Speak to yourself. People don't have beliefs based off of reason or logic. People are given beliefs from young, from parents, from teachers, society, wherever they grow up, and then they try and use reason and logic to make everything fit those beliefs. And if things don't fit those beliefs, then they disregard it. But we're not using reason and logic to find our beliefs, we're just given beliefs. We need to reassess these beliefs and reassess how we go about and work on ourselves and try things on ourselves. It's good if you've read a paleo book and then you try paleo, great, you're trying something, that's good. And then try something else if you still find there's issues there, because when you try something new for the first month or something, you'll be empowered that you're trying something new, and often you will feel, whether it's placebo or what, you will feel something good, but how long does it last? what stays once that feeling gone. Because I notice so often when I try something new, a real peak in like, whoa, this is it, new chapter, and then it will sink. But is that level higher than what my level before I started that new practice? And if it is, then it is something good, and I will keep that. And then you can move on and try something new, and keep growing and evolving. And that's how I'm learning which practices, which supplements, which things I like to keep. It's a long road. It takes a lifetime. But the sooner you get on the road, the better. Better for your spirit. It's the only thing I'd say. Work on self. Work on self. Be selfish. You're not good to anyone if you're no good to yourself. You gotta take that time to find who you are. I know who I am more and more every month. I'm finding that. But I'm out here searching, asking questions, and not afraid of answers, and not surprised by strange answers. There is some weird stuff, crazier than movies, crazier than any movies. Movies are basic and boring compared to what's going on in the world right now. When you take the time, pay attention, do the work on yourself. Because through knowing self, you can know others, and then you can really see the truth of the bigger picture of what's going on. And then you can make a change. I love you all. See you. See you soon. Goodbye from the Aina.